If there is one thing which inspires me, it is nature. But times are changing and it is getting harder and harder to find nature in her true form. But there are places that still speak for themselves. One such place that I came across is called Purulia in the state of West Bengal. So, let me show you glimpses of Purulia. A land vast and raw, Purulia remains the land of mystical places and traditions. Incredible in natural beauty, home to various communities and mythological traditions. I traveled to Purulia on 3 separate occasions, every time seeing a different part of this vast region. So when I got a chance to explore this amazing region, I went road tripping in Purulia. It is not that I understand culture very well, but I believe one should always try to soak in as much as one can derive from travels to different regions and places. Road tripping through the never-ending roads along with my favorite ride Victor has always been an adventure in the making. The sense of the unfamiliar path and the essence of something unfolding at every part of the journey is an irresistible drive within me to keep traveling and exploring. In Purulia, you can expect to see a slowed down way of life amid the forests of sal trees and some incredible scenic frames. I experienced a culture of warmth among the people in the villages that exist in Purulia. Finding myself among the mask makers of Charida village was something really fascinating. These masks form an interesting part of their culture and tradition, steeped in history over decades. The preservation of these practices and ethnic traditions is what travel exposes one to. India has always been a land of culture and tradition. Purulia is an example of that. Filming and creating visual narratives is something that makes me feel inspired. It's a way to preserve a set of emotions, feelings associated with my travels to a particular place. Cinematic travel narratives make me more alive, just as how traveling inspires me. These are moments of my life that I might have never captured if I was not making a travel film. Purulia left a mark on my soul. The ageless temples, red soil, empty landscapes merging into the distance, the sound of openness and slow life created an everlasting imprint on me. I will always remember my travels to this part of the earth. A sense of freedom to pursue the instinct within, of seeing what lies beyond the next bend, what lies beyond the end of the road. A series of moments stitched to create something deeply personal and satisfying. Yeah, that's what travel is for me. It's not about ticking off my bucket list. No, it has slowly become much more than that. Rather, it is a story of my individual, everyday life amid all the struggles and chaos. These are moments which tell of the presence of an oasis of calm. Travel has indeed been my elixir, and seeing history during the travel nourishes my senses within. It's like sometimes we feel we are meant for something more, but then something is always holding us back. It's this feeling that needs to be freed, and being creative on travels is my way of being free. In India, life exists beyond the cities. It flourishes and thrives in the small villages and country roads, and it is these aspects that I have found during my travels. Walking through the ruins of forgotten temples, or maybe seeing the undying belief of those who dedicate their lives in their vision of the one true God, my travels through India have shown me much more than what any history book could have explained. Purulia is one of those last remaining places in the state of West Bengal where the jungle drums still beat at night, signifying the joy as well as sorrow of those who inhabit this beautiful land. Those who have held on to their traditions and beliefs in these ever-changing times, who share these aspects with people like me who come curious about their way of life and their history. It's places and villages like these where I get glimpses of a world that exists parallel to the one in which I live. From knowing about a man who single-handedly carved images of birds on a bare mountain to exploring age-old terracotta temples from an age gone by, Purulia showed me many diverse faces, and this is something that I will never forget. There is still so much to see out here in Purulia. I know I will come here more, seek out roads, monuments, sunsets, and sunrises. Look at the winter moon and draw my jacket a little more closer as I will venture into this magical land under a moonlit night. 10 years from now, when I look back at these visuals, I will remember that I did venture beyond my comfort zone, that I paid notice to my curiosity to see what lies beyond and around me. I know someone will once see this travel film and think that he did that. I can too. Because where you should never stop you from where you meant to go. When was the last time you went somewhere to just feel it for yourself? When was the last time you saw the road disappear only to keep driving? When was the last time you lived for the pure joy of living and not just existing? This question comes to me many a time when the wind whispers to me that it is time to feel alive. I did a little bit of that in Purulia. I will come back to this land again. I will come back to Purulia. That's a promise.